how's it been in England? How's the camp been so far?
Yeah, it's been great. Obviously, we're still kind of adjusting to time zone, being here, kind of coming back together, but obviously can't ask for anything more in terms of facilities and just where we're able to train and the resources that are available to us here. So we're super grateful to, obviously be staying here and to have this time together.
Has Emma been taking you guys around, kind of showing you her ends of the world?
Not so much. I mean, again, we did just get here Monday, but I think she is obviously very at home. Her having Harry here and kind of getting to blend these two parts of her life now, I think is a really unique thing that obviously she gets to do, but that she gets to share with us. So it's been fun.
Just obviously more on Emma, like how has it been that transition of her coming in? We've gone into the Olympics, you guys won gold, but what's it like working under her so far?
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, I think like her resume speaks for itself. I think what she's been able to do in a really short amount of time is a testament to who she is, both as a coach and a person. I think every camp that we get to come in and learn from her, we just grow better and better, both individually and as a team. So it's been such a joy and honor to be able to play for her, and I'm just excited for everything that's to come.
And just that Paris Olympics experience, obviously you guys came off that World Cup and went into the Olympics with a new manager, and there was a lot up in the air, but you took it by storm. And just talk us through that experience as a whole and winning gold.
Yeah, I mean, hard to put into words, but I think just like turning something that was really, I think, disappointing for everyone in different ways into something that could be used for good was a really powerful experience. I think proving people wrong and kind of coming into the tournament, just letting go of expectations of us and just focusing on what we knew how to do really well and believing in each other. And obviously her stewardship and her leadership was so massive in that. And again, we weren't exactly set up for success. Like, we didn't have a lot of time with her beforehand. It was a quick turnaround. There was a lot of movement and change, but I think her and her staff and the team just did a great job kind of attacking the challenge that was ahead and not making any excuses for ourselves and just getting the job done, which we did.
And I just want to ask on Alyssa now, obviously she just announced that she'll be retiring from international football. Just what legacy is she left on the US women's national team and also yourself personally?
Yeah, oh my gosh. I mean, it's such a massive legacy. It's another one that's hard to put into words. It's like impossible to imagine this team without her. She is someone that embodies like everything that we are. She's like the best that I think U.S. soccer is and has had such an incredible career. I think as a younger player coming in, like she is just the example and the gold standard of what it looks like to be a player on this team, and to do that for 11 years is no small feat. And the fact that she has just overcome so much adversity and been so resilient through her career is, I think, a testament to who she is as a player, but also just like her character and who she is as a person. So we're going to miss her so much, but hopefully we can send her out with 2 great wins and a great last camp.
You talk about sending her out. Obviously Saturday is going to be a massive occasion, Wembley Stadium, 80,000 people. The US-England rivalry feels like it's a big thing in women's football in terms of 2 dominant countries, but how big is that occasion, playing in front of that many fans on such a big stadium?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I have butterflies thinking about it, but I think when I think about it, it just feels like our next challenge. It feels like our next step, our next progression. And I think obviously this summer was such an amazing accomplishment, but now we're like turning the page into what's next and preparing for what's ahead. And I think the challenge on Saturday is a great opportunity for us to grow, to test ourselves, to play in an environment where we're not the home team, obviously. And, there is no better place to play soccer than at Wembley. And so to be able to do that, just have that experience, but more importantly, to challenge ourselves, I think is just such a perfect opportunity for us at this stage in our, in the season that we're in.
Yeah, definitely. You talk a bit about growing and challenging yourselves. There's obviously a lot of younger players coming into the setup now and receiving their first call-ups. How's that been? You've obviously got some legends retiring and some younger players coming in. There's a lot of transition, but how have you found the teams gelling and working together?
Yeah, I think we have a really great culture where we're able to kind of have the core of the team that's been here maybe for several years. Like, you have the Alyssas that have been here for 11, maybe more, and then you have women coming in and it's their first cap. And I think we have just an amazing group of women here, and obviously the staff does a great job of kind of onboarding newer players and helping them mesh really well with the players that have been here, to the point where it doesn't really feel like anyone's kind of been here longer or anyone is new. We're all here for the same reason. We're all here for the same goal. We have the same goal on Saturday and on Tuesday, and that's to win. And we're all on board with that. So as long as we continue to focus on that kind of instead of, those factors like how new or how long you've been here, I think that's what's most important. So I think our culture, though, is really set up to navigate that really well.
Now, so just the last one for me. importantly, obviously, it's a little bit a while away now, but the World Cup's obviously coming up in a couple of years. And how important do you think big games like this against a team like England at Wembley Stadium is in kind of preparing for that, although it's a little bit in the
Yeah, I mean, look, it's years away, but it's what we think about every day, you know, like especially for, you know, groups like ours that are so highly competitive and just constantly hungry kind of for that next challenge. Like when you finish one task or accomplishment, it's all about kind of what's next and the journey of getting there. And I think, like you said, I think Saturday is like a perfect setup and opportunity for us to just really challenge ourselves. And it's not going to be easy. We'll take a lot from it no matter what. And I think these are all really important camps and games and lessons that we'll use going forward as we do prepare, obviously, for 2027. So it's all just exciting, and we're on this journey together, and we are just focused on just turning the page to what's next.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry,
Oh, yeah.
one question for me. What do you think about the soccer like worldwide? Because you were like dominant for a while, the US, I mean, dominant for a while, and now like the teams are getting closer to you, and like the Lioness is doing a great job, like having 8,000 people in a stadium like Wembley. So how do you see things worldwide, and do you think like the gap is like getting smaller?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of been the trend of women's soccer for a while now. And I think the fact that it is getting more competitive is what we all want. I think as competitors, again, like there is nothing more exciting than being able to compete at the highest level against other teams that are just equally as talented, as competitive. And, you know, Emma talks about at the highest level the difference always being in like the fine details and kind of the nuances of the game. And that's where we're looking to be elite. Like, I think gold medals and World Cup trophies are that much more significant when the competition is even that much higher. So for us as not just as, you know, women's soccer players, but just women in general, like I think looking at the way things are trending and how competitive the game is getting both in soccer and in other sports is just so exciting. And it's the direction we all want it to go. And we just want to keep competing, keep being elite, keep staying at the highest level. But for us, it's not about kind of where other teams are. It's about where we are and continuing to press on forward.